Okay, everyone, thanks for joining us for Tech Tuesday. I'm James Lewis, and we want to welcome you to a fall semester 2021, and thank everybody for taking out the busy time to join us on today for this wonderful Tech Tuesday session. On today, we're going to talk about on your mark, reset, and go. It's that time of year where students are coming back to campus and we're resetting passwords, getting everything going and set up for the oncoming semester. And we have a wonderful guest with us, Miss Wanda Hunt Oxendine. Is that what it is, Hunt? Wanda?
Oxendine Hunt.
That's right. I knew it was one of that combination, but I'm glad she's with us today. She's going to talk about resetting passwords and some of the procedures that we can go through if you need to reset or help someone get reset on their password. All right, Wanda, you can take it away.
Okay. It's good to be here with everybody. Okay, so yes, we are talking about passwords, and you remember now that everybody's password expires every 90 days. So it's very important that we can change or reset passwords for ourselves or help others, as James had said. So on our page, on our site, we have a web page called Passwords. And of course, you can just search for it in the search to find it, or use our menu over here under Help Desk. And there's information here, step-by-step guidance as to what we need to do. And I'm going to demo some of that for you. Of course, to start with, we do have information about the minimum requirements for passwords, which is using 8 or more characters and using at least 3 of the 4 types of characters, which is uppercase letter, lowercase letter, number, and symbol. Okay, so for students, faculty, and staff, we have an email that goes out to you prior to your password expiring, and it goes out the first time 14 days before it expires, and then if you don't change it, it goes out at various times before it actually expires. And we do have a copy of that email down at the bottom of this page to show what it looks like and that it is a valid email. We usually tell you not to click on emails that ask you to log in to use your credentials, but this is the only one that we do want you to use because it does have the link for changing your password. It also has the link for self-service password reset. And with the self-service password reset, if you are locked out of your account, you can unlock the account, or you can actually change your password by resetting it if you don't know your password. So for the steps that we're going to use, first we're going to go ahead and change the password and let you see those. And these are steps if you're on campus. For mobile devices, you want to go ahead and forget Brave Wi-Fi, Edgerome, and if you are on the guest network, forget that as well. And then you'll change your password. On UNCP computers, you will actually lock your computer after that change, and this just tells you how to lock it. Then you're going to log in with that new password, and that syncs the password on your computer, the local password on your computer. So if you're off campus, then you have the correct password, the last password you used. If you are off campus, it's pretty much the same. You're changing your password. Then for UNCP computers, you're going to log into VPN with the new password. Then lock the computer, and then log in using that new password, and again that syncs the password. If you're unable to log into VPN, you can contact the help desk staff, and we can use our VPN credentials to get you connected to the network, and then you'll be able to follow through with this. And then of course for mobile devices, you when you return to campus, you reconnect and use the new password, and also update all the apps on your computer or phone that you have the old password in. So to go to our link for changing passwords, it takes you directly in to where you log in to change your password. And we do have a mock account set up for this, and it is similar to a student account because it's at bravemail.uncp.edu. But of course, for faculty and staff, you just use what you normally use for Office 365 or single sign-on. Okay, and of course this screen comes up asking for your old password and the new one twice. Okay, and of course the passwords I entered don't match, so I've got to redo them. And here we run into an issue where Microsoft is saying the password is not complicated enough that people might be able to guess it. So I have to make it harder.
So Wanda, this has it where if your password is not strong enough, it'll auto sense that and ask you to recreate it. Is that what it's doing?
Yes.
Okay. So in other words, we just can't come up with some generic word that don't have the right combination of letters and numbers or something like that.
Yes, I'm not quite sure what criteria Microsoft uses to determine whether it's complicated enough or not.
Gotcha. Okay. This is good to know.
So how, Miss Wanda, how I'm a stickler for repetition. So I'm liable to keep using the same password. But if I change this one, can I go back to an old one?
No. It will keep a record of your older passwords. So it's at least 6 months back. It takes at least 6 months before you can use a password you've used before. And then there's some other criteria for that as well. So you do need to have a new password. You do need to be using new passwords. Even if you change it multiple times, you need to do that.
I'm gonna have to get extra creative there. Jesus. I don't know.
Okay, so we were able then to change the password, and we are finished here where we change that password, and then we go through the other steps of putting that new password into the apps and connecting to Brave Wi-Fi or EduRoam, and going forward with that. So the next thing I'd like to show you though is that you can also unlock your account or reset your password if you don't know the current password. And sometimes that's the case as well. So we're going to go back to our passwords page. Okay, and here it shows the link to go to reset your password. And of course, you do have to be registered with self-service password reset to use this. But the first time you log into your email, you should have done that already. And basically, that's just putting in a cell phone number so that it can send you a text or it can call you. And of course, in terms of that, one of the options is an office number, but we don't recommend that for faculty and staff because most of the time when you are needed to use the authentication, you're off campus and you don't have access to your office phone. And of course, these characters don't have to be uppercase.
So when you do the characters, I know some people, whenever I was doing something, some people would go like up to down, like top to bottom. So when you do the characters, you're supposed to go left and then down and then go left to right
Yes.
and then go down and then finish going left to right. Correct?
That's correct.
Look at me knowing something.
So if you need to just unlock your account, you know your password, but it's not working. Maybe you've tried too many times to log in and it wouldn't let you. Then you can say, I know my password, but still can't log in, sign in. So you hit next here. And what will happen is you'll use the authentication method that you've set up and you'll enter that phone number here so that you can get a text or a phone call, and then you'll be able to unlock the account. And I'm just going to stop sharing for a moment while I put my information in here. So I requested it to send me a text on my mobile phone. And in that text, there is a code that I just put in here, a 6-digit code. And next. So now the account has been unlocked. And you should be able to log in normally, providing you do know the password. So with the next thing that I'm going to show you, we're at the same place we were just a moment ago. And this time we're actually going to reset our password. And this is used when you don't remember your password, or for some reason it's not letting you use the password that you think you have. So in that case, you use I forgot my password. And again, you get a text sent to your mobile device. And that allows you to go into the reset password page and actually enter a new password here. And so it is reset and you are allowed back into your account.
So Wanda, all of this seems pretty straightforward and simple. Basically, you can find all of that information off the Do It web page, right? You're just typing in passwords and then following the steps that's laid out for you there on the site. Is that correct? That's what it's looking like.
Yes, that is correct. Now, I do need to mention that if you are on campus and you don't go through these steps in terms of forgetting the Wi-Fi networks, then you will probably have your account locked numerous times, because you have to disconnect those so that it's not reaching out with the wrong password. And we get that a lot where folks just change their password and then right after they change it, the account gets logged. And so that is the reason that the account will get logged, and maybe even multiple times.
So you recommend like disabling the Wi-Fi on my cell phone? Is that what you're saying, or something like that, temporarily until I get an update the Wi-Fi password?
Well, normally what we do is just go ahead and forget those networks and then reconnect to them afterwards and put the correct password in.
Okay. So on the Wi-Fi if I was doing this on my iPhone or whatever, I would just go in and forget that network. Once I change my password successfully, go in and forget that network and select it, give it a second and select it again, and then put my updated password.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And that's for any mobile devices. I mean, if you have a tablet, even forgetting on your computer, and then once you log back in, you're able to reconnect. So yes, it's a pretty simple process. You just need to know the steps to use and the links to use to access it.
That is awesome. Thanks a lot, Wanda. Does anybody have any questions on that? So Wanda, can you show us where that is on that page one more time? Just for our recording as well. So you went to the Do It homepage.
Well, yes, we can go to the Do It homepage, and it's under Help Desk, and it has passwords, or like I did, just go in search and just search for passwords and go to that page. But yes,
Okay.
That is located here, and of course we do have a lot of other information located here having to do, with the assistance we provide.
Okay. Any other things you think we need to know on that?
I think that covers it for that. There's a lot of information on our web pages, so let me just put a plug in for that. Lots of times you can find answers that you need from our web pages.
Got you. This is wonderful. Thank you, Wanda. And thank you for, you're one of the main ones that keep that webpage up to date and going. So we appreciate you a whole lot for that. Good gracious. I don't have the patience to do some of that web stuff that you're doing. And so I know everybody at UNCP, whether they know it or not, kind of appreciate all the work that you're putting in to keep our web pages up to date, make it do it looks really well. And of course, if they have any questions or have some problems with it, they could just reach out to the help desk at 6260 or stop by the lovely West Hall and check out the new help desk and come get the help that you need as well. There's any other, as Marquita would say, all hearts and minds are clear. Mr. David, I see you smiling. Did you have a question?
No, it's just, it's good to hear from Wanda, because that search box, I'm often wondering, where do I go to get because we get those notifications from DoIT saying that your password's about to expire in 15 days. And this is informative, because then now I don't have to wonder where I go. Just type that in the box like you suggested, James and Wanda. And then that's easy enough process to take care of.
Yeah. It's almost like I don't even have to remember the web address. I just go to the home page and just type in what I'm looking for, and it redirects me to the information that I need. That is really good.
Well, I do have a question on the password. So say you have a set password which ends with digits. You can just change one digit at a time, depending on what digit you start with. See, and nobody can guess it because it's unique. So that's the system that I use. So,
all right.
David, don't tell your secrets.
That's true.
But Miss Wanda, wouldn't that be like the remembering, it can't resemble the old password or something like that? Would that count? Would that be in that category?
Well, it wouldn't be the exact same password. So
Okay.
He's trying to keep it simple and easy to remember. Look, it's a change for all of us because 90 days goes by really fast. You know what I'm saying? So you have to keep up with those things. So I have that hard time keeping up with them sometimes too. So it's
Well,
good.
and too, James, one other thought on that for everybody is the fact that I try to use the same, and this is not telling a secret, it's the truth, that you try to use similar passwords or different functions, like even outside the university. If you start creating multiple passwords, it's hard to remember multiple passwords. I think Marquita was talking about that.
It is.
Yes, sir.
It is. And I'm not, one thing I do love about some of my personal devices is having that thumbprint on there, being able to enable some of that security on my phone. So because I have a hard time remembering so many different passwords as well. So I'm thankful for that. So you're right in that essence. It's very challenging trying to keep up with all of those. And everybody now is coming out with a different app that was going to require a password. So hey, but when we forget, we got those tools like that Wanda showed that we can go in and reset it real fast and then throw it off by a digit and I guess get another. Well, thanks so much. Anybody else have any more comments or questions? All right. If not, thank you again, everyone, for joining us. And next Tuesday, we're going to come back again with some really good stuff on Code 42, showing you how to back up your system and retrieve some of those files. Thanks, Ms. Wanda, for taking out time of your busy schedule to join us today and helping us with that. All right, everyone, have a great day and a great rest of your week. Thanks so much.
Bye. Look at you, Miss Wanda.